Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, gotta hit the stretch real quick. Alright, there we go. But, anyways, in today's episode, I wanted to talk on this ongoing thing with fans where it's like, not so much with me, but just when a person, I know probably at some point in time I am gonna have to start dealing with that myself, and that's why I be trying to like put it out there as much as I possibly can. Like, you don't have to act weird towards somebody that you idolize or that you're a fan of, a supporter of, whatever the situation is. Like, you don't have to act weird towards them. And I know people are gonna be thinking along the lines like, well, TMossBoss, what is weird? How am I, what do I overall do to act normal? What am I doing? Like, how am I going about this weird thing? When you're harassing, like, I mean by like harassing, like you're following the, like, well, not so much as like following them on social media, but like you see them out in public and you're following them, you're running up to them acting weird, crazy. You ain't even gotta do all that extra stuff. The thing is this. I know people probably ask, like, how would I approach somebody that I'm a fan of or I idolize or whatever the situation is? I think for anybody, yeah, I will say that for anybody out there, it's like you see somebody that you idolize, you're all like, oh, wow, like, this is crazy. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and stuff to see somebody like this individual and things. So I'm like, man, but at the same time, I'm just thinking along the lines, like, they are just another person. They ain't no different than, like, an average, because it's like, the thing is this. You can see the most followed person in the world. You can see the most followed person in the world, and you can see a nobody, just a random person on the street. Them two individuals, they ain't no different. Barack Obama, he ain't no different than that person that you've seen just walking down the street maybe 5 minutes ago. Justin Bieber, and that's actually what I wanted to talk on. There's a situation that just recently happened with him where there were some fans. They wasn't even like, I don't even think they were like fans. I just think they were just some old weirdos. Like, so TMZ, they posted this article where Justin Bieber, like, he was going off on some kids because they were just like following him and laughing and stuff. And so they're like, of course, whoever it was that posted it, they was all like, Justin Bieber freaks out on a bunch of young kids. They trying to make it seem like Justin Bieber is in the wrong for how he acted. But it's like, if I'm out and about minding my own business, and yeah, I get it. Like, I might be, a little bit of a popular person and things. And if I'm in Justin Bieber's shoes, then it's like, then yeah, it's like, it ain't even a little bit. Like, it's a whole lot. Like, any and everybody's going to know you. But it's like, fam, I'm just trying to mind my own business. I'm just trying to do my own thing. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand. It's like, a lot of celebrities just want to live a normal life. Like, at some point in time, like, I even talk about that with some streamers where it's like they don't want to have that fame life. They don't want to have, like, where it's like they, can't just go out and about and just be minding their own business. It's like there's people out there that want to follow them, take pictures, ask them a bunch of questions. And it's like, how would that overall make you feel? Because I know people be out there, they be big on that anxiety stuff. How do you think you might not overall care about it, but how do you think your anxiety would react to somebody, not even to somebody, a group of people following you everywhere you go? Let's say, and it's like, I'm gonna just throw out like a bunch of different scenarios out there. All right, let's just say you just trying to go out, shop around a little bit. You got 20 plus people. If not, let's just make the number real big. You got like 100 people following you, taking pictures, asking you a bunch of different questions about your personal life, being weird. And that's something where I'm like, I haven't really dealt with nothing like that, but I had dealt with people asking me personal questions, and it's like, that's none of your business. Like, that's something, and I know people are going to try to argue with that, like, oh, well, you are a famous person, so therefore I have a, no. At the end of the day, I'm a person. Whatever you want to put in front of it, that's out the question, all right? I don't care what you want to put in front of it. I don't care if I'm famous. I don't care if I'm a nobody. I don't care what the situation is. You have no right to know about my personal life. Point blank, period. All right? Because I guarantee and I promise you, you ask any of those individuals some very, very personal, and that's something where I'm like, to anybody out there that's famous, do the same thing to those people. Do the same exact thing. Ask them the same exact questions, all right? Because, no, that's something where I feel like that. I've said this numerous times before. I know, like, the day when I get famous, like, really, really famous, I already know that, like, paparazzis, people, they ain't going to want to mess with me because they're going to be like, okay, we know we ain't going to get nothing out of him, so let's just go on about our business and stuff. But No, that's something where I'm all like just talking to any famous people out there, but it's like, no, if you are like out and about minding your own business, and yeah, let's say you get like some TMZ photographer or whoever, they're following you and they asking you like all these different, like, yeah, let's say you get caught up in some drama, like you going through a breakup or something, and you're all like, okay, you know, to clear my mind, you already got a lot on your mind right then and there and stuff. Like, this is like a hard breakup. But anyways, you out and about minding your own business, you at a store shopping around or something. All of a sudden, this TMZ paparazzi, they approach you and they're like, hey, how's the breakup going? Hey, how's you know, what are your future plans? You know, have you came in contact with them? Have you talked to them? And you're thinking to yourself like, I know for a fact that that person, it's like if they going through like a breakup that's like really doing some mental damage to them, do you think they're going to want to sit down and be answering all these different questions? And it's one of those things where it's all like, yeah, a person might go about and say like they're an open book, they got nothing to hide, they got, you know, like they're not afraid of nothing. But it's like, fam, it's about respecting a person's personal space. That's something a lot of people don't understand. That's something where it's like, and that's why with this Justin Bieber video where he's just out and about minding his own business and these kids are just following him and stuff. And it's like, yeah, you guys aren't respecting this man's personal business. You know, and I get that he's Justin Bieber. I get that he's one of the most, if not the most popular singer in the world. But at the same time, he is a person. He ain't no different than you. So it's like, that's, you gotta like ask yourself that question. How would that make you feel if you got somebody just follow? Because I think they said that's what, let me read out this TMZ article real quick. So they was all like, Justin Bieber is definitely all grown up and sounding more like Clint Eastwood than a young pop star when some teens in Beverly Hills ticked him off in a fancy hotel. The new clip circulating on social media shows the singer-songwriter Thursday in the lobby of a Waldorf Astoria, a popular celeb hotspot, where he confronted the pack of teenagers. In the video, he's angrily asking the teens what they find so funny. Very Joe Pesci from Goodfellas, we gotta say, waving them away from him while hotel staff appears to be shooing them out the door. Witnesses tell TMZ he had a good reason to be upset. He was meeting his pregnant wife, Hailey Bieber, for lunch at the hotel when 8 teens who were at the hotel for a bar mitzvah started following him around and yelling at him. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like this man's just out and about minding his own business. And then, yeah, he's trying to go and have some lunch with his wife. And then you guys are just following him. And it's like, I guarantee and I promise you, you put any of those teenagers in that same situation. And I know there's going to probably be some people where they're all like, oh, well, that wouldn't faze me. That wouldn't do anything to me. But let's just say, yeah, it might not faze you that first time, but let's say after the 100th day of that, because it's the funny thing is like I know people be thinking along the lines like, I guess like going into a different scenario and stuff where, let's say somebody goes to prison. You know, yeah, a person goes to prison for whatever reason. Let's say they don't get a whole lot of time. Let's just say, yeah, they're only going to get a year in prison. They're going to like a year in prison. It's like, fam, I'm however many years old. I'm like, that's nothing. I'm like, I'll definitely get through that. No problem about it and stuff. First day, all right, you in that cell. Nothing to do. It ain't like how it is on the outside where you got all this sources of entertainment. You got all these different things. Like, no, you are in a cell. Maybe you can read some books. Talk to, if it's one of those cells where you're sharing it with somebody, yeah, you know, might be able to talk the time away and things. But let's, you know, I feel like I just named off some positives. Let's name off some negatives. You get shanked. You get into some fights. You get jumped. You get into it with the guards. You're in a hole. It's this dark room where you get like limited light and limited, you know, activities and things. You can't do what you do on a day-to-day basis outside of prison. I guarantee and I promise you, probably after a week of dealing with that, you're going to be like, dang, man, I really don't want to be in here anymore. Like, yeah, you might have some of those people where they just got a don't care attitude and they're all like, yeah, I don't care about no prison. I like, fam, I want to stay in prison. Put me in prison for the rest of my life. Yeah, you got some people out there that's like that. But I guarantee and I promise you, if they can have it where they can just be out and about and just aim at God, because I like, and even with those types of people where it's like, yeah, let's just, you know, really lay it on some people, they get life in prison. You know, it get halfway through that prison sentence and they probably, yeah, it might not hit them when they very first get in, but halfway through, they're probably all like, dang, man, I wish I could have did things differently. You know, and then it's like, and then I feel like that, then when you do go like, yeah, I guess like maybe when you like if the like let's say if it's some situation where they just throw the case out and then you right back out on the streets and things, then it's like you kind of like in a whole different environment and stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's prison talk. I'm like, I started thinking Shawshank Redemption, and then next thing you know, I'm like, yeah, I was gonna forget all the stuff that I was just talking on and just start talking on prison. But anyways, but no, back to what I was saying though, it's like, yeah, it might not affect you like that first few times around, but after some time of it passing by, yeah, that's gonna bother you when you got some people following you, and then yeah, in Justin Bieber's situation, they're just randomly just laughing at you and stuff, and it's like, what is so funny? You know, it's like, what like, you guys just randomly just following somebody laughing and stuff. And that's something where I'm all like, no, any and every time if I, like, no, I think if I am in a position like that, because I'm like, if I'm Justin Bieber, I'm like, no, I'm going to set these kids up for failure. I'm going to have the same thing happen to them. Because I know there's going to probably be some fans there watching and stuff. So I definitely would have told them fans, I'm like, hey, these guys want to point and laugh at people. Do the same exact thing to them. I know I can easily get off up in some private jet and fly off. They can't do that. All they can do is just get in their mom or dad's car and go on home. But I'm saying, though, no, do it once when I leave. Do the same exact thing to them. Point and laugh at them. And laugh loud. Be obnoxious. Just be as annoying as you possibly can be to these teenagers. I am Justin Bieber. I have that type of, well, I'm not actually him, but I'm just saying if I was him, I'm like, I know I have that type of clout. I know I can. Oh, and I definitely, and my thing is this. With the power of the internet, oh my god, I definitely will have it where these kids, if their social media accounts ain't already on private, oh, after some stuff like that, I definitely, because it's like, you got people out there. How many followers does Justin Bieber have? Because I'm just curious about that. Justin Bieber, let's just see how many followers he has on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Yeah, I'm just, let's just add up all the followings. I know there's gonna probably be like some repeated followers, like people that's following them across all platforms and stuff. But anyways, let's just go ahead and add this all up real quick. So on Instagram, on Instagram alone would tear these kids apart. But anyways, 240 million, 240 million plus, okay, that's Instagram, Twitter, 110.4 million. Let's just put 110 million. But 110 million. Dang, that's a lot right there. Plus, okay, Facebook, 91 million. Dang, bro got some followers. Dang, bruh. And then with YouTube, 73 million. Dang, bruh. That equals 568 million. I guarantee and I promise you, because yeah, it's like YouTube got the stories, Facebook, all that stuff. I post them teenagers on all those platforms and just pretty much just tell all my followers, I'm like, hey, if you guys know who they are or can at least find their social media accounts, I'm like, put a bunch of laughing emojis underneath their posts. I'm like, no, seriously, I probably would get sued for some stuff like that, but I'm like, that should overall teach people a lesson. If people want to be left alone, leave them alone. Like, it just doesn't make any sense where it's like, you could just be out and about minding your own business, and just because you're a famous celebrity, people feel like they need to harass you. And I'm like, no, you don't. It's like, I'm minding my own business, not bothering you. Give me that same respect. Mind your own business and don't bother me. Like, it's just something where it's just, I find it so weird how it's like people can carry on like that. I guess like if you approach a person in a respectful way, and I know people will probably be asking like, oh, well, how can I approach a person in a respectful way? That's something where you shouldn't have to ask somebody. You should just overall, how would you want somebody to approach you? You wouldn't want somebody to approach you acting all weird and crazy and stuff. So it's like, okay, respect that person, respect their wishes. Don't approach them acting all weird and crazy. And you don't have people approaching you acting all weird and crazy and stuff. But Yeah, you just got some people out there where it's all like they, they're just young-minded. They don't be really paying attention to stuff like that. They think that they're entitled to just harass whoever they want to harass, and just because they a famous celebrity, it's like, oh, I'm really entitled to just harass them and stuff. And it's like, nah, when they get the swinging on you, then I might teach you a lesson. Leave people alone. So. But anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.